Oh my God. I could not wait to leave. I could not wait to leave. You talk. So he's like a 2.5 hour movie, felt like it was 3 hours. Oh my God. Gladiator 2 was a big old piece of trash. The Critical Drinker and Nerdrotic were too nice. Oh my God. It's one of those sequels that came years too late. The look, the feel, the aura of the first movie is totally gone. And so I'll tell you this. I wanted to make sure that Scarlo was all caught up. So we watched the first one yesterday. She had never seen it. Watched the first one. Thoroughly enjoyed ourselves. Oh boy, did I not know what I was in for. Ridley Scott directed this or something? You know, I think I liked Prometheus. And I listen. It was a good looking movie. It was shot well, acted well. Don't think it was really written well, probably, because it could not hold me. I was bored out of my skull. I was. Um, People are saying Denzel's the best character in there. Guess. I guess he is. Um, they definitely tie it to the last movie. They do. It doesn't stand on its own as a its own story. It is connected to the first one, so there's that. Um, Bigger isn't always better. You know, I believe there was more action in this, um, but it did not. I know that I do not believe that they brought in sharks. I don't believe they brought in sharks when they filled up the Coliseum with water to recreate certain battles or whatever. I'm going to tell you this: the fight with the CGI monkeys is horrible. And one of his boys gets taken out like almost immediately, and I'm just like, you let him. I get dude was hurt, but you let him really just like that? It was just stupid. They didn't need to do the fight with the monkeys. It could have been like other warriors. It could have been something else. I guess they wanted them to fight monkeys. I don't know what to say, y'all. I really don't know what to say. A lot of times when I'm sitting in the theater, I kind of plot out what I'm going to say to you when I come in the house. It's usually mainly on the ride home. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna talk about this. I'm gonna talk about this. I'm gonna talk about this. But listen, after seeing Drinker and Neurotics, listen, I don't understand a 89 or whatever it's got on Rotten Tomatoes. First of all, I don't trust Rotten Tomatoes anyway. Okay, soon as the Captain Marvel debacle hit, I haven't trusted them. Okay, and I don't trust them mainly for the critics score, but I also do not trust them for the audience score because I know that bots can be bought for audience scores also, so I don't trust them. Two of the guys that I trust already said it was meh. I'm telling you, it's a big old piece of trash. I don't believe the score, period. You know, I tell you guys, sometimes, it might be a changing of the guard. Maybe it's just two different generations going to see this film. One generation really loves it, one doesn't. There was a father there that was around my age or younger. And he was there with his two sons. They were clapping at the end of the movie. They clapped on a part where Denzel cut somebody's throat. I was just sitting there like this, listening to him. Yeah, that was so cool. Yeah, all right, buddy. And I walked out. Like I said, they were clapping at the end of the movie, and they were the only ones clapping. Him and his two little sons. Yeah. So there was that. Everybody else was stone quiet during the whole movie. Actually, when I walked in there, I was sitting behind them, and all they kept doing was talking. I was like, I can't believe it. Like, I get it through the trailers, but now the movie's starting, you guys are still talking. All right. I walked up to the front, sat in a real nice comfy chair up there, and watched the rest of the movie. Like, I wasted 5 minutes sitting behind them, hearing them talk. So. But for you that thought it was great, hey, all the power to you. More power to you. If you like John Cena, more power to you. You know what I mean? I didn't like him. Yeah, I like Thugonomics John Cena, okay? The original Gladiator, not the Boy Scout John Cena, not the Marine John Cena. No, I didn't like him. A lot of people did, but it's just, I'm sorry. This movie does not work for me. I will never watch it again. Don't need to watch it again. I don't think you could pay me to watch it again. Well, maybe you could. This depends on how much it is. But it have to be substantial because it's just, And while I'm a Denzel fan, I'm not like, there's a stereotypical Denzel fan that he's the greatest ever. No one can act better than him. They love the overbite, pursing of the lips. That he does all that stuff and the laugh. Like that Denzel's just everything to them. No. I recognize him as a great actor. He was not able to save this movie. Okay. And to get one guy, he's the archetype kind of not too far left, not too far right hero. You know what I mean? So the twin emperors weren't as crazy as I thought they were going to be, although they do appear to be jokerish type. But it didn't do. I don't know. It's missing an X factor because it definitely had good special effects for the most part, and I'm just thinking. I'm like, it had a lot of action, battle scenes. Pedro. You didn't even need him in the movie. He didn't help either. I feel like he's not in it much anyway. You know what I mean? That's it. That's all I got to say. This is a 2.25 out of 5. Woos! 10 million subscribers. Woo.